The time is 9:52 p.m. Oh shit, remember? Old Nokia phone. I used to check time. This is an opportunity for me to watch this street from the fence. Just see how the evening life is from here. Because I just stay inside like a pet dog once it gets dark. I don't really get to watch what it's like out here. And it's quite busy. Just as I come out from the small gate, it's difficult to describe this place. And for PII reasons, PII, personal identifiable information, I don't know, now from work I learned that language. You shouldn't be snapping like people's address and faces and things, so that one will not make it to the WhatsApp channel. But what will make it is my experience of the downfall today. Yes, just yesterday I was talking about how I probably shouldn't do that stuff. But today, I went and saw Woka, one of the people on the list that I had to go and see. And it was a very, very energetic conversation. I spent money on this trip. I think I paid for the knowledge that I've learned now. And you know what? Learning fast is the best, sweetest thing. Even if it comes at a cost. I put on my WhatsApp status today that every harsh lesson I've learned has solidified my character. And that you shouldn't shy away from taking consequences. And you should not also be afraid to dish them out. And my lack of knowledge about the city and the way to move cost me money today. But I quickly learned, and on my way back, I corrected it. Today I was supposed to see Woka. And if you are listening to this without a deep experience of or let's say average life, or let me say just Lagos life, if you don't have a car, you don't live that lifestyle that, you just, and I'm just talking too much. So today I was going to see this guy. I booked boat to the location because really I didn't want to stress. They said where he is in Maryland, he said he's close. I said I thought, thank God it's close. So that means I can just use boat instead of start asking questions from here and here. Where do I drop? Where do I enter? Where do I, I'll use boats. I checked it out. It was 4.8 on boat or 5K in drive. I said, all right, I booked it. The guy was coming 3 minutes away, and I called my guy. Now, how far? I'm coming to this Maryland mall. He said that he's not ready. He's not even there yet. So please wait, let him freshen up, Seth. How long is the trip? I told him how long it was. He said, no, you have to wait a bit. And then that's where I fucked up. I waited. I cancelled the trip. So when he now called me that he's ready, I said, let me book now. I booked. It don't go 7,000. Fine. Come. The boat guy should come and carry me. He was looking like he was close to me on the map. Only for him to be calling me and saying, excuse me, I mean, it's not Lekki I'm going to. Brother, which Lekki now? He said, oh, sorry, he thought he's saying something to Lekki. And this was long after we've had several conversations and I'm trying to tell him where exactly I am and stuff like that. So that one went and I had to book another one. But at this point, I felt like I was already too late. Like, I'd already tell the guy side the book, and then for me to book and discover that this guy is not even coming to my 10 minutes had passed, you get. So I think I was wasting all that guy's time. So I started walking up to the road. I even took a bike to where I normally take bike and stop if I want to take a BRT. And then I booked another ride, boat this time, 7,800. And I told the boat guy that look at where I am, opposite where, try to describe the place, but I think it's Kosoko Street, and told him where I was. So the boat guy showed up after like 20 minutes. No, let me say 10 minutes. And then we started our journey. But there was this wicked hold up on one road. And he asked me, okay, should I follow this other side? I should tell him to stay on the hold up road though. Because I don't know. But I asked him to go on that road. So he went this meander. We even met some other small hold ups all around. But after all the meandering, we eventually got to the place like maybe 20 or 30 minutes later. And then, one thing I know that we used to do, in Abuja, for example, if I'm going to play ball in City Park, once we are approaching the location, since I know the amount, I will just ask for the guy's account number and pay, so that once he stops, I will get out of the car and go my way. So, we entered the mall now. While he was getting to parking, I asked for his account number, I sent his 7,800. Turns out, I said, send me your account number. I already sent the money, but he now told me 11-1 after I had sent the 7-8. 11-1. and I saw it on his phone. Maybe say they try bill me. It's 11-1. You think the money has added. Hell! Extra for one. So I spent 11-1 coming. Oh, thanks to worker as well, because I was having network issues to pay that remaining money. Made it to balance him. And when it was taking time, my guy has texted me, how far? Because he told me he was upstairs and he's been waiting. I texted me that how far. I told him I'm having payment issues. Say how much. I told him he now sent the money to the guy. And then I went up to meet him. And then we have a conversation, strategize. How are we doing this podcasting? Gave me ideas on like what we could do. So there's a clear path forward on how we can actually resume video podcast. And it's something we can actually get started within the next month. So I'm excited for that. But he gave me a lot more like, OT about the town and all the hard work I've been putting in Makurdi. And how that is probably, it has shaped and whatever it has done. But show me that if I was putting that work here, I would not be, where I am now. If I had moved to Lagos like 2-3 years ago, no, it would be a different story right now with all the work I've been putting in. And he described it to me, used examples, and he says like we are driven. People here are not really some people are here, but they've been here all their life. So it's not as if they came here to take anything out of the city. They just live here. But for somebody with drive, with passion, with sense and a vision, you get something out of this city if you put in work. And putting in work is all I know. You get. So he says our success is inevitable. He just basically charged me up and gave me some OT, energized me, and it was honestly, it was really energetic. And then, let's just summarize the meeting, how it went there. It was a fruitful meeting. Every penny I spent on that journey, I would say was worth it. I have 3 other people to meet, but honestly, I'm wondering if I should, because this is the only one out of the 3 that was serious about meeting me. The other ones, I'm the one who is serious about meeting them. And they are on the island, the other 2. I think there is one more on the mainland. Who is that, Seth? I will go figure them out. Anyway, so that was a very interesting meeting. There is a clear path forward that we can follow. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to talk about it here just yet. But when I'm going to talk about it, it will be here first. And then I told him how my journey there was, and then asked him, what's the smarter way to go back? And so he told me, described it to me. So from here, you have to go to Maryland Junction. And then from Maryland Junction, you take a bus. He told me I'll get a bigger bus, but turns out from Maryland Junction, I'll take a bus to K2, not K2, K2. And from K2, I will now find a bus going to Berger. And that's exactly what happened, I walked a few, like 1 kilometer to the Maryland junction of the Maryland bus stop or whatever. And then I entered the Danfo. I went to K2. The Danfo I entered was a bigger bus, right? And then when I got to K2, the vehicle I took to Berger was a smaller bus. And it was a smooth journey. Like, honestly, I don't know why I was scared. I was saying I will not do the Danfo thing because I know why. It's because since I got myself, since I started driving, I had not used bus before, public transport like bus, except intercity, So using public transport, bus in public transport inside a city is something that is not new to me. It's something that is old to me at this point, and I didn't want to do it since I didn't use public transport at all in Abuja. It's boat. In fact, I used to use boats to places that I could have used Okada, because I don't mind bikes, even if I had this PTSD from bike, in 2021, right? In 2021 and 2022, in 2021 and 2024, I had bike accidents. Yeah, I'm telling you. The 2021 accident happened on the way to Uni Agric. If you know, from SRS to Uni Agric, that road, I had accidents on that road with a bike. Shattered my phone and wounded me. I still have scars from that accident. I have a scar on my waist, like by my bum, by my buttocks, from that accident. So I used to be scared of bikes, Okada. But that's one of the reasons I bought a car that 2021. And then in 2024, after my dad advised me, it's not everything you find, you carry money, buy fuel, be driving to school, everything. Sometimes just That's how one day, when my car was not available, I took bike to that school, 2024. Accident happened again. So my fear of the accident repeated. It happened. So I just became so scared of bikes. Like, they'll be driving me. Regular risks that bike used to take. Enter here. When they're doing that with me, I'll tell them, no, stop, please, don't do that. It used to be very, very scary. Anyway, so I used to take bike. Distances that I would have taken I would have taken bike, when I was in Abuja. Like, for example, my cousin's house and my friend Oche's house are very close to each other. Like a trackable distance, like 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometer at max. I can walk it. Gadwa, both of them. I mean, so I don't know how to describe it, but very close. Before I used to take boats that distance until the last time I was in Abuja. And I figured, wait, these places, they are so close that I can actually use bike. 300 naira bike will take me to that place. And I used to use boat for that journey all the time. Fuck up. Anyway, so that's how much I didn't used to want to use public transport. I used to be using boat. And that's why I use boats here this time. And it cost me 11,100. But then, on my way back, I took that bus to K2. After K2, I crossed the road because I asked somebody in the bus, okay, if I'm trying to get to Bega, what do I do? He said, okay, you stop here now. And then when I stopped there, he said, cross the road. I crossed the road and saw a vehicle, a smaller bus going to Bega. We sat 3 at the back. The first one, we sat 4 in the front, but the one we sat 4 in the front was a bigger, not front with the driver or like behind the driver, was a bigger bus. And I thought it would be tight. It wasn't too bad, honestly, aside the smell of people. And the second one, the smell of what I thought was the bus itself. So aside the smell, if you can endure that, honestly, you get to where you're going cheaper. So I paid 300 from that Maryland to K2. I now paid 500 from K2 to Bega. And you know what the funny thing is? The 500 naira journey, I think, was shorter than the 300 naira journey. I don't understand what that is about. But that's what I learned today. So perhaps I'll be able to find my way around the city with the Danfo if I just ask the right questions. And I hope I don't have to do that too much or do that for long. What is my route? Yeah, to Oshodi, which I'm already a bit familiar with. And then if I have to see anybody or go somewhere, like for example, there's a studio. I saw the ad on Instagram. And then when I asked them their location, Lagos or Abuja, they told me Lagos. I said, where in Lagos? They said, Ojodu. And I checked it on the map. So that it was like a 10 minutes or 15 minutes walk away from where I live. So I'm going to check that studio out tomorrow, I think. I don't have clothes here yet. I'll go where was here yesterday. Go and check that studio out, So these are the small moves I can make to try and see what going. And that's what I learned today. I paid and when I got to Bega, I recognized the bus stop now, normal. I go carry bike now from there, 400 go house as I normally do. So it cost me 1,300 to come back and 11,100 to go. And that is the title of this episode. I never title on it, but I can't think of a better title for what has happened today. And this thing, something else that I've learned. I will not leave my money outside again, especially business-wise. Like normally lending is already common sense that if you are lending somebody money, don't lend what you cannot throw away. So I don't have a problem with anybody I've lent money to that doesn't want to pay back. It's just that you will not ask me next time. So that's your payoff. But you see business where you do business with somebody and then there is a balance supposed to balance you and then they not balance you. Be cool. Let them collect your money. Collect your money. Because I know what I'm facing now. I know how much of my money is outside because I say, okay, no worry, when you settle, you will pay me. I know how much of my money, how many people that are owing me money. That now it looks like I'm begging them. I'll call, some will not pick. This time he's sending me a screenshot of how the transfer is not going. And see me, I saw that he sent me a message, a screenshot. I just thought, okay, finally done. I will settle myself later. Only for me to go open the chat when I settle down. And it turns out his excuse that he's sending me on WhatsApp. Bro. It's so messed up. But what have I discovered now so far? That I can do it. And I think anybody can do it. Honestly, like it's gotten easier and easier. Now if I want to go anywhere, I can go. Anyway, let us not be repetitive on this podcast. That's what I've learned today. I wish I had something with greater insight to share with you people, but there is no wise word for today. That was my experience today. I used to sleep on blind myself by the time I came back here by 4, And so tomorrow, what are we going to do? I was trying to see if I can strategize. I'll go to that studio. I'll take videos of the studio as well and send to you guys. And then I made a picture. I took a picture of myself in that downfall today, but not too many in the mall that I went to, because this is a serious discussion we'll go do. But I took a picture when I was trying to show my guy exactly where I was. And then he was in one place taking a picture of close to where I snapped. I'll tag it, like I'll put something there, point where he actually was by the time I took that picture. And then that'll be that. Thank you very much, guys. This is another episode of the Good Living Podcast. I love you. What is the time? Ooh, yes, we'll make it to 16 minutes and then we'll end it here.